I like different places for different reasons. Australia is like the party place, like it's like the dope, crazy party. And then Vancouver is like the Australia, but like it's closer, like it's not 25 hours away. And then Canada, period. And then I like going to Paris and Europe because it's just the swag and just the whole, it's just jiggy out there. Berlin is beautiful. It reminds me of early New York when there was graffiti everywhere. In Paris, I go there to shop and eat at nice restaurants and link up with friends. It's good culturally, and Japan is the same. It's like fashion and art is like a religion out there, so you know, it's really inspiring. Well, what made me zone in rapping was the fact that I got a shot. We was doing it for fun, and you know, we put out a video and people actually liked it and started calling us from it. Labels started calling us, so that was really the thing that made me want to take it serious. I didn't think the actual art of rapping was corny. I just thought rappers in general were corny. Like, you know, artists, you know, with the big stupid chains, and it just kind of looked like we didn't know anything past what was in front of us. So that's what I thought was kind of corny. But, you know, we did it in a different way. Kanye did it in a different way. Pharrell did it in a different way. The fact that we come from a tough place and we still allowed ourselves to think outside of the box, even though, you know, we got ridiculed and people criticized us for wearing tight jeans at the time, or Rick Owens sneakers that look like space boots. Now it's like the world wants to dress like that, but we had the guts to actually go and do what we wanted to do and be unique. And that's what sets us apart, is that we come from a really rough and tough place. Where we come from is like, man, I've seen people get killed. I've seen friends get locked up. I've seen a lot of things, but you know, nothing stopped me from becoming the artist that I wanted to become in my mind. I like to listen to music that I've never heard before. So like, if I've been hearing about a project like 21 Savage, like that I haven't listened to yet, or like I hear Future is dropping another project, or just like something completely different like Bjork or Beethoven or something like that. Like, I just like to listen to something that's gonna inspire me, not just artistically, but just like, it's just gonna open my mind up and take me somewhere else. Because I look at it like this, like I may be taking it in now, but it may translate differently later. Like, who knows like what that would do in my mind like hours after I listen to it. So I just like to store like different things in my head. So sonically, it may inspire me to do something later, and I may not even know like it was like Future mixed with the Beethoven that kind of inspired this new record. But it just turns it morphs into his own thing. Well, subject matters that's the toughest thing when it comes down to painting. It's just like, what am I gonna paint? It's like the subject matters a lot. Like, I think I could paint 1,000,000 pictures of Yams just because he was that interesting to me. Besides that, I don't wanna like be like everybody else and paint things that's been painted before and people that's been painted before. I wanna paint something unique and things that move me. And I feel like hip hop is moving everything right now. So it's like, it's a lot of interesting characters. Young Thug is interesting. Rocky's interesting. Yams is interesting. So it's a lot of muses that I can use with hip hop, and I think that's where the music kind of inspires the art. That whole like lobby thing that happened in Australia, that was the spirit of the moment. It was actually me, Anderson .Paak, and Travis Scott that was on the same bill for this one tour we did in Australia. We was together for like the whole time. And me and Anderson, we just like clicked, like, so like we would go to each other's shows, come back, we do after parties together, and like that jam session just happened. And like, you know, I feel like, you know, either I'm in LA or he's in New York, we're gonna figure it out. musically. I would love for it to happen. It would be crazy.
Postman. Who this? Walk, leash, walk, 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 walk.
I have no clue like why they decided to drop it on Halloween. I didn't have no input with that whole like when we was dropping and everything like that. I just really jumped on the music. All of the people like Wiz Khalifa, Tyler the Creator, we either work with them, have business with them, or we just fans of their work. Some of it was tracks that we had, like Young Nigga Living, we had recorded that already, but a lot of the tracks is new. We wanted to put out some fresh work, but it was just like some songs we just couldn't get away from. Like we liked the song a lot, so we put the songs on an album. I need to work with Dr. Dre. I need to work with Kendrick Lamar. I need to work with J. Cole. I need to work with Seal, Phil Collins. I need to work with, it's a bunch of people I need to work with. I need to work with Quincy Jones. How can I forget about that? Like, I want to hear all the songs Michael Jackson can put out. I want to like work with Kanye. But when I say work with some of these people, even though they're artists or producers, it's not even necessarily like them actually. You may not even see them on like the project, but it just be like sitting there developing an idea together. Them being the executive producer. You know, having somebody to spar with. Like I would love to spar with Kendrick. Like in the studio, he's like, yo, I feel like if you would have said this bar like that, and like he's coming with a verse and I'm coming back with a verse, like I think that's all good for the sport. You know, a lot of that happened. Like I was in the studio with Pharrell, and we created some music. I was in the studio with Swiss Beats for the last album. We created some music. A lot of it is just behind the scenes stuff. Like I was working with Madonna on her album. That was behind the scenes. That's stuff that the world don't get to see, but I think it's good for me as an artist because the final product will be just so great. Like I played the song that Missy is on for Madonna. My whole thing, and I'm thinking crazy. I'm like, what if I got Madonna and Missy on the song? But just her input and criticism towards the song and, you know, what she thinks about it or whatever the case may be is good enough for me because it just, the final product is a masterpiece because she had a hand in it. You know, I played it for different people, they had a hand in it, you know. So, you know, initially you meet these people, of course you're fans of them, but me, I'm such a worker. I'm so focused on getting something out of it. Like I want to create something. So I don't walk in the studio like fanned out and starstruck. I'm walking in as a worker. Like, yo, what are we gonna? Like we're both painters. What are we gonna paint today? And I'm just ready with a blank canvas. I can leak that I'm about to drop a project called Still Striving, and it's gonna be real soon, coming out ASAP. Like I'm talking about, like in a matter of weeks, ASAP. I'm gonna be dropping some stuff, and we in the process. I haven't dropped anything new yet besides the New Level remix with Uzi and Rocky. But y'all should be looking forward to like definitely a lot of new songs. And Marty is my first artist. He's my hype man right now, but he's my first artist. He's dropping a mixtape November 11th. So he's dropping that on tour, along with a visual that we doing with Noisy.